Hi everybody, Kimberly here. So I have gotten 2 of each of these done. Let me flip them. I still have to figure out how to flip the screen on here, so bear with me. At some point I will figure out how to do that. I don't know how to get the camera set up so that it's behind me so that you're seeing it the way that I'm seeing it. So eventually, and I don't know if that bothers you or not, but eventually I'll get there. I'll get it all figured out. So this is what I did with the yellow background with the birds that were stamped on it. So this is what that one looks like. So what I used on this one is I printed this off of I die cut this off of my Cricut. This is a border. It's 1 inch by, I believe it was 11 inches is what the Cricut cut it at. I did it on this black cardstock, and then I just trimmed it to fit the 2.5 inches. This blackbird is also printed off of my Cricut, and this is one of my washi tape feathers that I just made really small. Cut the tip of the the toothpick was probably, less than half of the toothpick size. This is washi tape that matches the toothpick here. And then I used the saying that was the title of my washi tape video, the washi tape feather video, because I had such good response from that, and I've gotten so many pictures from everybody that has made those washi tape feathers that it just means so much to me that I wanted to put that on this artist trading card. So it says, put a feather in your hat and be happy. That was the title of that video. So that's what I did with this ATC. So I made 2 of those. And then I'm going to make the 3rd one so that you can see how I put it all together. So that's the first one. The second one, now this is a little bit different for me to do this more collage-y type one. But again, the border at the bottom, the fence is done off of my Cricut. So is the tulip and the butterfly. The butterfly is spritzed with my homemade glitter spray. And then those, the heart and the little striped flowers, those were made from scrap paper that I just used my little tiny punches. And then if you pull, this is a little inchy envelope and a little inch. If you pull it out, it says, if you want to be happy, be. And then it just slides back in there. Okay, so I'm going to make that one, and then it just says fly on it, and I just wrote it out in 2 different texts. And then this one, again, I used that same bird border. I used a gorgeous girl, did a little bit of doodling on the side and around the words, washi tape again. And it just says sit and ponder. So that's that one. And then this one, I printed the scripture off of the internet. And it says, faith, it does not make things easy, it makes them possible. And that is Luke 1, is it 3:7? Yes. Luke 1:3-7. Again, this border I got as a gift from Cat Hand. I won her giveaway. This little envelope is a template that when I send inchies, I can send them in those little tiny envelopes. I did some doodling, and then if you pull this little baker's twine, you get a little card that says faith, and that goes right back in. And that's that one. And then the last one, There's another gorgeous girl. I made these little dots that we stamped into flowers. Just a very simple background. And I type this out on my printer and it just says believe. Okay, so let's get started on these. Hopefully this won't be too long. The hardest one is probably that garden themed one. And I've already started some so that we don't have to spend a whole lot of time gluing things. Okay, so I've already glued her down. Let me just get one of these for reference. So I've already glued her down, so the only thing that I have to do on this one is to turn my dots into flowers. So I'm just using a Jelly Roll pen in white. You probably can't see that, and I don't know that my camera will focus. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to turn these
into flowers.
Into flowers. Brooke, what did you do yesterday?
No, my own video.
You made a video. Did you have fun making that video?
Not long. I keep talking.
Well, that's what you do in videos. You talk. The reason why you talk is you have to keep your audience engaged.
And busy.
Yeah. So what did you make in your video?
I'm trying to make a pocket letter.
You made a pocket letter?
Mm-mm.
What was on it? What was the theme of your pocket letter?
I just want strawberry.
Strawberry shortcake?
Mm-hmm.
Was it pretty? Did it turn out nice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was beautiful, huh?
Now I'm going to make a tag.
In your next video, you're going to make a tag?
And paint it.
Do you know what some people call Grandma?
Mm-mm.
The tag queen. Because I like to make tags.
And what you friends wicked? What you friends wicked talk to? Call me. Raven.
Maybe you'll be the tag princess.
Maybe a tag queen. You know, a walk-doll.
I should have put my wax paper down, huh? So I don't get glue all over my pretty fabric mat. So we're just going to glue that down. And voila. It's done.
Come on.
So the tag, the background is busy enough that I just don't think that it needs anything more on here. And she's so big that we really can't fit any more. So that one's done.
And now a board.
So now we'll do the bird and the feather. Sorry guys, it's hard to... Okay. So this is the one we're going to work on. So I already made my feather and glued it. So all I did is I wrapped some baker's twine at the end and then wrapped it back up. I wrapped it down and then I wrapped it back up and I tied a bow. Okay, so we're just going to put some glue on the back of it. Put a pretty good amount. We don't want it falling off. Especially, you know, if this is the one. Oh, whoops. First we need to put our bird on.
Yeah, Grandma.
That would be helpful, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I get glue on his tail because I don't want it to lift, and on his feet. Okay, and we're going to position him so his whole body fits in like that. Give him a good press.
Can I call my video's name?
What's your video name?
Berry Shortcake Videos for Kids.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put that there. Okay. We're going to glue this border down at the bottom.
Maybe let's do a bottle. Let's do a fiddle.
And I want to get the birds' tails and their heads and everything touched with a little bit of glue because I don't want that lifting. And I line it up. I've already cut this to size, so we're going to give that a press. And then the words are, where are my words for this guy? Where did they go?
You not cut them out.
No, I cut them out and had them sitting here. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm going to have to print out some new words because I don't know where my words went. Little hands probably found their way to them. But you get the picture. I'm just going to put a feather in your hat and be happy on that one. Okay, so that one's done. So this is the more time-consuming one. So let's get it going because I want it to dry before I outline everything. So I'm just going to make sure that I get glue on all of the fence posts. I've already cut it to size. And I want the big fence post to be in the middle of my paper. Okay, and I'm going to give it a good press. If it's not, when it dries, I can go back and cut that so that it fits. Okay, then I'm going to put my tulips down. And then how I did this is I took my picture and I just have a 1-inch scalloped square. You can use any square that you want, and a tiny piece of embroidery thread.
Right into you.
I'm going to put glue on the back of the photo. I'm going to fold my thread in half, and it's tiny. Press it down onto there. Layer this onto the back. Give it a press. Okay, let that sit for a minute. I really like the Elmer's Craft Bond. I like it a bit more than the Aleene's because it does dry a little bit faster and it's cheaper. So if you're looking for a good craft bond, I like the Elmer's. Now I'm just going to stick some glue on the back. Sorry, I'm not used to being zoomed in this close to the back of my little envelope. And I put this right above my little fence. I did leave a little edge over on this side so you can see a little bit of the background paper there. I'm going to give that a press. Okay, next we're going to take our butterfly. I just sprayed this with my homemade glimmer mist. I'm going to put glue all over the back of it. Doesn't matter what direction we put him in. We're going to give him a good press. Okay. And then we've got some flowers and the heart. this little guy. Okay, so let me get my jelly pen. I'm going to go ahead and do these little doodles. Let's do some squigglies. I did them all a little bit different, so they're not all exactly the same. I like to do them all a bit different. Put some dots here. And then I just put some little dots on my tulips. And get my black pen. On my butterfly, I just put some details on it, so we'll give it a body. And some stripes. Make it look a little whimsical. It's so funny, I was looking, we're going to put the girls in some swim classes for the summer, and I was looking at the schedule at our rec center. It's amazing that we have a rec center, it's brand new, but they have a Zen-Tangle class, which I found very, very interesting. It's $15, it's only one day, but I think I'm going to go take it. It's on a Saturday. It's 15 bucks. I think it's like 4 hours or something. So I think I'm going to have to go take it.
And don't get us.
Give him some antennas. Some detail on its wings. I'm going to try to match this up as best as I can to make it even. Of course, it's not going to be exact. Okay, then I'm going to go in with my white and then just finalize these little details to give it some punch. Pa-pow! Yeah, it's a pretty colorful butterfly. Oh, and then I like to, after that dries, we'll give it some veins. So this one, I kind of like the fly where I did it more in cursive. So we'll do that again. And I just traced it a few times. Thicken up these lines a bit. gotta kind of wait until your ink dries. Yeah, it's not quite dry. These aren't Sharpie markers. These are called Ultraline. I get them at the Dollar Tree. You get 3 for $1. And they work just as good as the Sharpie pens. I dream of owning Posca paint pens someday. Because as great as these jelly pens are, you really have to go over them a few times over the black to get it to stand out. Which, you know, it's only time. The Posca pens really pop on the black. These ones, not so much. So, you gotta let it dry and then it will. So then the tedious part is to outline this. Now when you're outlining, it's really easy to rely on the edge of whatever you're outlining, and then you can accidentally, and I still do it, you can accidentally get it onto the shape that you're outlining. So what I found that's helpful is to hold your pen straight up and down so that you're relying on the image more than you are on the feel of the image itself. Rely on the sight. See, I just did it there. I was relying too much on the feel of the edge of the image instead of the sight of the image. And take your time. I tend to go too fast because it's kind of tedious work and it's not the funnest. Oops, see, I did it again. And that's okay if you make those little mistakes.
You mean accidents?
Yeah, just keep going. People may notice, they may not, but just try to go slow. It's a permanent marker, so it's not going to wash off unless you have like a Mod Podge over the top of it. Just do your best, and you don't have to do this. I just like to do it because it makes things kind of their own instead of it all blendy. It makes the layers more distinct. I'm not going to do the envelope. I am going to do the butterfly. It's easier too if you go in sections. Hold your pen straight up and down instead of angling it, and rely more on your sight than on the edge of the image. And it does help. Okay, so we can slide our card in now. We have our little string to pull it in and out. And that's just a little surprise for whoever gets it. Can be like, oh, what's this? When they pull it out, they have a little surprise. So let's put our heart on. Give it a press. Put our little flower down. And our tiny little guy. Come on, tiny. And then I outline the flower, or I'm sorry, the heart.
Not the flower.
And the flower.
And that rose.
And this guy. As best as I can. Like losing it. white on white. Oop, got some glue on my pen. Okay, are we done?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to put some veins in my butterfly. I like to put veins in them. Just draw some lines on him.
Hole.
Okay. So there we are. Fly. Okay, let's do this guy.
This might just take so long.
Let me find my reference. Okay, so we're gonna put, and I did ink the edges of this scripture card. Let's put this one this way. Okay, I've already got the little insert already backed on some cardstock and my little string attached. Did it the same way. And let's put this over here on the corner, leaving an edge both on the bottom and the top. And this one I just put a flower over here in this corner. I don't want to cover up any of the text. Okay, and then I took my marker and I doodled on here. Do some squiggles. Then I did some dots. I really like the black, the yellow, and the white together, and of course the pink. All right, what's Grandma's favorite color?
Pink.
Everything I make usually has some pink in it. Can't help myself. Okay, then I took my jelly.
Now, me wait for this side.
Before I put the white in the center of the black, but this time I think I'm going to circle the black dots.
Dots.
You can do anything you want. It all looks good. Slide our little faith card in. Oh, I did one more thing. I put little scallops around this. Am I still in frame yet? I'll finish this off with some scallops. Put our card in, and we're done. That's pretty easy, right? And then our last one.
That is an easy one.
Yep, this one's pretty much done. I already laid my border down. I just cut that washi tape in half and put it along the bottom of the border there. Remember, this border had a pretty wide a pretty wide edge down here, so I just put the border, or put the washi tape along that border. I printed out Sit and Ponder on my computer. I'm going to cut that close to the text. And I'm going to cut these words out. Okay, turn them over. Gonna need my tweezers. And we're gonna put glue on them.
And I need weasels because I just cut mine.
So I think this is Sit. Nope. So we're going to take Sit, and we're going to put it up here, and I like to angle things in different directions to give it interest. And last is Ponder. And then I just took my marker and whoops, not dry, just outlined this, gave it a couple lines top, bottom, side, to help it stand out. Oops, I'm really not dry. I would wait till it dries.
I want that not first time.
Okay, and we're done with that one. Isn't she cute? But see the background? I really like the way this background turned out. I like the way they all turned out, but I really like the way this one turned out. Let me go back out so you can see them all again. So if you would like to trade with me, there are two ways that you can trade an ATC for one of my ATCs. Whoops, we already did that one. You can go to the one website, or I'm sorry, getting my words all blubbered up. You can go to the one Facebook group. Is that all of them? You can go to the Facebook group called ATCs, Trades, Tutorials, and Tips. The link is listed below. And I will post these up. Now I'm not going to post them up until the video goes live. Okay? I will post these pictures of them, and it will say available for trade. So you'll have to join. Actually, I will make the video go live tomorrow or today. The video's live. If you're watching the video is live, obviously. I will put these up for trade at 6 p.m. tonight. So that will give you a chance to join the group and be ready to say that you want to trade with me. Because there's a lot of people in that group. So that will give you that opportunity to get joined and get ready to trade. I don't know how fast these will go. I don't know if other people are going to like them, so they might still be there. I don't know if you're going to like them. Okay, so the video will be up. If you're watching this now, the video went live at 7 a.m. on the 4th, May 4th. If you're interested in trading for these ATCs, the opportunity will arise at the Facebook page ATCs Trades, Tutorials, and Tips. The link is below, at 6 p.m. on May 4th. I will also put a set up for trade on my Facebook community page, which is Faith Unedited. You can go and like my page and trade there. Now, if you don't have the intention of following through with the trade, please don't put that you want to trade, because that's not fair to the other people that will follow through with the trade. So only put that you want to trade if you are willing to go through with those trades, just so that other people have that same opportunity, okay? Let's be fair about that. Let's not burn other people. That's not what we're all about. Let's be kind. All right? So if you like this video, of course, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so that you know when our next video comes out. And you'll be notified via email or via YouTube. And have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And God bless. Bye.